Well, my name is Thomas Neese. I'm the project manager for Parallel Design Build. I just want to thank y'all for allowing us to be part of this SOP process. And we're really excited to show you our design, our estimate, and the schedule that we have laid out for you. So who is Parallel? Our company was started about 25 years ago. We came out, we really wanted to start an ethical, cost-effective design build business that incorporated engineering, architecture, and construction, all working in tandem to give our owners the best possible product. We found that when all of our engineering, architecture, and construction people are working in tandem, we're able to deliver more on-time price, we're able to deliver on-time schedule, and we're able to take your budget or whatever and give you a very good design. So there's three numbers I really want y'all to focus on throughout our presentation. One is 100% availability. Our team is 100% available to start today, and we are 100% available to be all in on this project. 82%. 82% is the number of returning customers that we have on average. People like us, they like how ethical we are, and they like that the quality product that we produce is top of the line. 11 months is how quickly we want to get you back into your building and how quickly we want you to start making a profit. Because at the end of the day, that's what this is about. So this is our organizational chart. Like I said, my name is Thomas Neese. I will be the project manager, and I will be overseeing these five guys.
And I'm Joel Ford. I'm the design build logistics. My foot in the door with the architects and also the construction team. Kind of just to make the process easier, seamless, and just make sure everybody's on the same page.
I'm Stevie Gould. I'm the design lead. I'm going to be your main point of contact when it comes to anything architecture related.
Hi, I'm Josh Kopic. I'm the project architect, and I've been working really closely with Stevie and Joel to bring you guys some cutting-edge design.
I'm Christian. I'm the lead estimator on this project. I'll be showing you all how the money will be divided up, and how will we spend and when will we spend.
I'm Chris Rear. I'll be your project superintendent and your main point of contact on site, as well as overseeing safety and quality control on site.
We developed this organizational chart to be the best fit for this project. That's why we put Joel in this design build logistics. We wanted to make sure that there was a seamless transition between our design and our construction. So our management approach is a top-down management approach. Everything will flow through me, and then I'll pass it down through everybody else. Now, our design team, our construction team, and our engineering team will all have a say throughout the process, so they know exactly what's going on, and they can communicate that effectively to me. We have an open source communication loop, so we're able to directly impact each other's designs and construction. For the owners, what we have in stores, we have a web-based platform that allows you to stay up to date with all change orders, RFIs, and any other schedule modifications that we need to do, as well as keeping you informed to any donors that need to be see this.
Right, quality assurance is a really big thing for Parallel. We want to be sure to give y'all the best product we can. We're leaders in the industry, and we want to stay up to our name. We want to give you the standard that y'all are expecting. We also, like he said, we have a web-based communication program, so through Procore. So not only can y'all see our plans and everything that's going on site, but also our subcontractors are on the same page. And so I will see quality assurance, quality control over in the office, and then Chris will be on site day to day, running meetings and everything like that to make sure y'all get the best product y'all can.
So one thing that's important to Parallel is our ability to incorporate lead into all of our projects effectively and really just punch them through. So we saw in this project that y'all wanted a gold standard, and we have done a point calculation of 78 lead points, which fits within that gold standard. However, through different contingency factors, we might be able to increase that to a platinum level. So some of the things that we really want to focus on was a two-stage ground source heat pump, which will allow effective heating and cooling during these hot summers, as well as giving you a return on investment. We also have zero VOC paint that we'll be using throughout the project. not only for our workers' safety, but also because this is a family-oriented building. We want to make sure that this is safe for everybody who's just passing through or people who work there every day. We have recycled steel that we will be incorporating in the project, not for structural purposes, but for design aesthetics and stuff like that. And then we have a passive solar system that will help reduce the carbon footprint overall and make sure that that's keeping it all in line.
Alright, and so before we started the design process, we wanted to outline several problems, several issues that we knew were going to come up through the design, and be sure to focus on those the whole time through. So one of the things, we wanted a very flexible and multi-use space, and to give you all the best bang for your buck, best value for your money. We also wanted to focus on the public approach, just how to bring the public into this building with the facades facing whichever way they needed to be facing. We wanted to make sure it invited the public in. We also wanted to focus on site development, getting some more natural scenes around that building. Also environment or sustainability, to be sure we get everything on track with that, to get y'all's gold standard. And also getting the meteor, which was the main attraction of the building. We actually have a plan set forth that we'll touch on later. And I'm going to turn it over to these guys to talk more about the design.
So like Joel was saying, we really wanted to focus on a natural aesthetic. We wanted to focus on getting those facades to look the way we wanted. So what we did, this is an early concept sketch. We really wanted to focus on just connecting that new building to the old building, kind of offsetting it a bit, kind of relaying it to look like a natural rock formation. We kind of played off shale. This next image, it's a party diagram. We didn't want it to be just two rectangles stacked together. So we kind of removed some areas and added in others. And the red that you see in the front are our two really main facades. We have our west facade and our south facade, which are the street views.
In our design, we really wanted to focus on connections, connecting people to that natural environment. And so in this kind of early conceptual sketch of just an elevation, we were trying to bring the earth out of the earth and giving people that direct kind of connection to that natural science museum. So in this part T diagram, you can kind of see that shift of these two planes, the two buildings over each other, and it immediately creates this interstitial space between, and that is where we have our special attraction. Ultimately, like we knew that this was something that we wanted to do, giving this special attraction this new moment between the old and the new, and creating that connection there. Sort of to the north in our plan, you can see that we have all of our gallery spaces, all of our public spaces. And that was in order to utilize that northern light, both with the use of skylights and back-glass facades. And while our facades on the south and the west are a lot more covered up, and that was in order to kind of block that harsher sunlight that would really negatively affect our building.
Alright, and here's our site plan. As you can see up on the top left of your screen, we're going to enter off Hawk. And you'll first come to the main parking. And underneath that, that's where we plan to drill our geothermal wells to get some geothermal heating in this building. Then you come down through like a natural setting, through a boulder park. There's a pond, just a few more natural features to get you through and invite you into the building. Then you have your main entrance. Right next to the main entrance is where the bus drop-off is. It's completely separate from the where the normal users would be coming in, so you cut down on traffic. Right here at this picnic area, we kind of planned it so it would be off the road and maybe have the opportunity for food trucks or future events that the museum might want to hold. And then over on the other side of the site, there's an existing parking lot. We kept that there just for some overflow parking.
So this is our main southern facade. So this is where our bus drop-off entry would be. And immediately we're kind of trying to utilize that passive solar design with horizontal moments over kind of these exterior windows to create immediately that shading while still providing ambient natural light for those spaces within. Also, we really hoped that this kind of like use of these horizontals would be able to connect this building kind of more with the earth into those ideas of geology and archaeology that were very central to the idea of this museum and its design. So this is the space of the drop-off, just a little sketch, and ideally in this image we were trying to capture that idea of transparency and transition. This is the first thing that people will see, when they're getting dropped off from the bus. And we wanted them to be able to have an experience of what is on the interior without being fully involved yet with what's going on. That way they would be drawn in, ideally, to these new spaces within. And there's an immediate sort of like visibility all the way through the building to that special exhibit, to the meteor. And we hope that that would help to draw people in and really get people excited about coming into this building. So kind of still on that southern facade, we have an east entrance, and that is our private entry. And so that was for pretty much anybody working, but it's also for our overflow parking lot. So this is a space that can be experienced as well by the public. But we wanted to create kind of a sense of privacy on this side. And so there was a lot more sort of trees, kind of these overhangs kind of created this new sort of sense of privacy and enclosure before you enter the building.
So this is our west facade. This is the view that you will see from the street or when you're entering from the park or the parking lot. On the left-hand side of the screen, we have some passive sun systems. We have mesh metal panels, and we also have green wall growing on that. So this really incorporates our design where we really wanted to make this look as natural as possible, so we added some of that on there. Then we also have some louvers on that 30-foot curtain wall, just to kind of protect shading since it is the west side. But this is a really important view because the entire public will end up seeing this.
Yeah, this is the entry kind of from that west side, which is where our parking lots are. So that's our other kind of main entry into this space. Now continuing into the building, this is kind of the view from the lobby, and you're immediately like given this straight view of the meteor, but not able to fully interact with it yet. And this is another element where we were trying to draw people in, create a moment where people are searching for it, people are trying to get to. And so, in a way, this meteor is that catalyst for movement, but it's also the beginning and the end of our gallery. If you could see that there's kind of a circular rotation around our gallery, which begins and ends at this meteor. And the reasoning behind that is we wanted to create a space where people were able to interact. And now, like being the end and beginning of the gallery, you get the interaction of people with these two different experiences, with these two different backgrounds, and able to create new and meaningful connections. So this is the interior of one of our galleries. You can kind of see how there are more permanent walls kind of on the left and right of this image, but towards the back we had mobile partitions. And so these movable partitions are utilized throughout the gallery space in order to give moments of just allowing there to be a flexibility. Because just as there is kind of this change in the earth, we wanted there to be this ability of change within our gallery. And we knew that that was important for our clients, allowing them to change it and manipulate this space how they want to give new experiences for the people coming within.
So as Joel was saying, this is the picnic area. There hopefully will be some food trucks and just a really cool place to interact. This is a really special place that we designed because it is able to be accessed by both the public and the museum occupants. We have the full wall of glass, so that way we have some beautiful northern sunlight coming in and hitting that meteor. And this perspective is also really interesting because you can see directly into our special exhibit. You can see that meteor, and it will draw the public in to go and to get tickets and to go see what else is happening in this museum, just because it's a very interesting view. I'm now going to pass it off to Chris for construction.
So the schedule we have laid out for this project is an 11-month duration. We'll begin the ground break on the 8th of August and then begin with our foundations. The initial start will begin with demo and site work on the construction, and then we'll begin the substructure with drilled piers, grade beam systems, as well as a slab on grade. The next phase of it will begin standing steel, getting everything topped out as the interior renovation is ongoing. Once we top out, we'll begin moving some of the interior crew over to begin exterior framing and interior framing to get the building dried in. Here we have it dried in, and this is when we'll shift a lot of our work to the outside exterior with site work for our park and picnic area, with a substantial completion date of about the 17th of January, and then the final punch and turnover to the owner the 30th of January. Here we have our site plan, or site logistics plan. It shows the flow of where we'll take deliveries, concrete, anything that we may need to have delivered to the site. in the way they'll come out. We also included the concrete washout areas near our side exit to allow them to get in, wash the trucks out, and then get back out to reduce the congestion on site. We also have our dumpster staged near the buildings, one near the new construction, so we don't have downtime with guys driving across site to dump things, as well as another on the southeast side for the interior renovation crews. Some of the critical issues we'll have is the way we have our schedule stacked. We're going to be doing interior renovations as well as new construction, so we're going to have a lot of manpower on site. That's going to be pretty hazardous without proper planning. So we'll sit down with each trade, develop a site-specific safety plan, as well as conduct weekly safety meetings in order to let them know of the hazards that are upcoming with each phase of work that we do. Here, I'll hand it off to Christian to discuss the estimate.
Thank you, Chris. We've mentioned a lot of numbers today, and I'm sure these are the numbers that probably matter the most. These are numbers we fully stand behind and truly believe we can deliver. To break down what you're looking at here, we have the subtotal cost and the grand total. Grand total being the grand total of the project, subtotal being just solely the construction, the materials and the subcontractor quotes for installation. Everything below subtotal, making up the rest of the project total, is our fees that allow us to do what we do and give you the best product we can possibly deliver. Everything that you see here is based on parts out of a whole of the subtotal cost, but what you're looking at here is parts of the grand total. So contingency currently is setting at 10% of the subtotal, 3% for design and 7% for construction. As designs become more and more finalized, contingency will continue to drop because change orders and design changes will happen less and less. We're very confident that we can get design contingency to 0.25% by 100% construction drawings, and with designs being more and more finalized, change orders won't happen as often, if hardly at all, and we'll continue to drop the construction contingency as well. If we decide to dip into that budget for, I don't know, more value added, possibly more lead improvements, that can be used. If not, the price will continue to drop. These are, as I said earlier, these are numbers we fully stand behind, and we believe we can deliver a very quality product for $8.6 million. This is our cash flow analysis chart for the first 3 months of the project during pre-con and design finalization. Not a whole lot of money will be spent. When the designs are finalized in June, the design fee will go in, and when construction starts in July, the cash flow will start to rise a little bit more. The site improvements and site development was kind of one of our more big ticket items, with all of the ripping up of the current parking lots and the gutting of the building. That will drive the prices up quickly in the beginning. Next in August, we'll be working on concrete. Another big ticket item will cause the price to go up. It'll steadily move up until November. November is at the point where we'll be working on the enclosure that has lots of steel and glass in it, and that'll be rise the price up quite a bit, and then we'll kind of just slowly top out at the end at $8.6 million to get you guys into your building on time. I'll now give it over to Thomas for our closing statement.
So we are parallel. We set the industry standard of the design build, and our goal is to give you the most cost-effective, schedule-oriented, best product that you can find on the market. We have that 82% number where we have 82% of returning customers. We have 100% availability on our team, and we are 100% ready to get started today, tomorrow, in a month from now, whenever y'all decide. We're ready to go, and we're ready to proceed with our product. Just like our design team said, we've developed a functional product that we believe will have multi-use, whether it's for hosting events, hosting products, or just the Natural Science Museum and using it for what you want to use it for. our schedule and our superintendent. He's been doing it for a while and he's ready to go. He knows what he's talking about, and we're ready to do our dual phase construction period. We're able to go in, we're able to do the demolition and work up. We're ready to do that. And then our estimate is solid. You know, he's been doing it for years and he's ready to go. So we'd like to thank you for allowing us to be here and do this presentation for y'all. And we are looking forward to hopefully partnering with the VEC Group. Thank you.